It is not fair to ask a survivor to have healthy boundaries right off the bat. It's just not. Our whole survival depended on not having boundaries. I know in my case with my father, to say no to him, oh, that was going to be more painful than just going along with whatever it was that he was insisting on doing. And I know, because I tried standing up to him when I was 6 years old, just a little girl. And he didn't hit me. He just got really, really strict and really, really stern and turned into this cold person that I was terrified of. And I didn't want to see that angry monster again. So I gradually learned, oh, I don't get to say no in this equation. I have to say yes. And he still scapegoated me. He still verbally abused me all the time. And when I got older, at some point, he did physically hit me. But it was the only way that I could survive that situation. So I learned to use more subtle tactics of trying to avoid the sexual abuse. And of course, sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes it just was going to happen whether I wanted it to or not. So the first thing I want to say about healthy boundaries for survivors is go gently, go slowly, be kind to yourself, because we all have these protectors inside of us who invested so much energy into keeping us safe by not doing the thing that we're trying to learn to do as adults now. And so when I am learning to assert a healthy boundary as an adult in recovery, I take it one step at a time. And this can actually apply to professional pursuits, even like just asking to get paid what you deserve to get paid, or to get a raise when you deserve a raise, or to be treated fairly at work. It's amazing how that trauma can just spread out into every facet of your life if you're not careful. Well, I don't even want to say if we're not careful. It's just going to happen. It is. And so gradually we build an awareness to see, oh yeah, I'm surrendering my boundary. I didn't speak up when I needed to speak up for myself. I don't even know how to speak up for myself. How do I do that? How do I show up for me? How do I have a voice? And it happens little by little by little. It's easy to read a self-help book or take a workshop, listen to somebody else talk about how you can have healthy boundaries and assert those. But if you have all of these, what we call firefighters in IFS, those are the protectors inside you, screaming at the top of their lungs, no, that's dangerous, it's just not going to work. So I have had to take little steps and celebrate each one and be really, really gentle with myself. And gradually over time, I've iterated my way to becoming a more empowered person who has a voice, who could speak up on her own behalf. And then I discover that there are still some hidden triggers that I didn't know I have. So I might be really bold and empowered and speaking up for myself over here. And then over here, it's like, what happened? Why am I allowing myself to be bullied or silenced? And that's when I discover another trigger that I get to work with gently and compassionately. So the firefighters that we all have as survivors need us to come towards them with curiosity and compassion. We want to get curious about how they're protecting us, why they're insisting that we can't stand up for ourselves or we shouldn't have a boundary, and then to ask them, like, when did you start protecting me that way? And a lot of times it's going to go back to a specific thing that happened in your childhood or your teen years or maybe your early adulthood. And it's a situation that you have actually learned to master now as an adult, but that part just doesn't know it yet. So we do what we call updating its files and let it know, hey, it's a different year than that, and I actually can do this. And that part will start to relax. It'll start to trust you. and you will actually start to be able to have better boundaries. But again, I can't stress enough how slowly and gently we need to proceed, and the level of curiosity and compassion that we have to bring to ourselves as we learn to have healthy boundaries as survivors. I'd love to know how this has been for you. Do you have a concept of what a healthy boundary is? How would you assert one, and with whom? Can you assert your healthy boundaries with everybody or just some people, all situations or just some situations? And yeah, and if there's questions, you want me to get a little more specific about this, leave that in the comments. I'll be happy to provide whatever answers that I can. And I am the only one, by the way, who replies to the comments section. So you'll be talking to me, not AI and not an assistant. And I'm sending you lots of love and compassion for wherever you're at. It would really help me and others if you like this video. Maybe share it with somebody that you think could benefit from it. Leave your comments below and maybe subscribe. Thank you.